Hello and welcome everyone to the channel ChessFinalZero. This is one of the famous chess puzzles ever. Black wants to promote to a queen and your passed pawn is very far from your king. So is it really possible to draw with white here in this puzzle? There's only one tactic and strategy to draw here with white. So try to pause the video and try to find how. If you moved your pawn to c7 to promote to a queen, he will just move his king to attack it. And if you try to reach the black pawn with your king, he will just take this pawn, and right now black is faster in promoting and you will lose. If you try to use a king from g8, he will play h4 to promote to a queen, and you play f7 to try to reach your pawn, but he will start by playing king b6 to attack your pawn and king e7 to reach it, but he will just take your pawn in c6, and if you try to reach the black's first pawn, he will just play h3 and you will not reach it. And if you played your king to h7 to reach the black's pawn first, he will play h4. And if you played king h6 to reach it, he will just keep pushing his pawn and he will promote to a queen. And if instead you try to play king g6, he will play h3. And if you played king f6 to reach your pawn, he will play king b6 again, and he will take the pawn, and then you can't reach the black's pawn. So the only move left for white here, and the only move, is to play the king to g7. You want to reach your pawn, and at the same time you want to reach the black's pawn. He will play h4 to promote to a queen. If you played your king to f7 to reach this pawn, now he will play his king to b6 to attack it. And if you play your king to e6, he will just take it, and again you will not reach the black's passed pawn. And if you moved your king to g6 instead, he will play h3, and if you try to reach your pawn, he will just play king b6 to attack it, and the same scenario, you will not reach the black pawn and you lose. As I have said, you try to play a move that have two options, to try to reach your pawn and to try to reach the black's pawn at the same time, and the only move is to play king f6. You are moving diagonally to go for both options at the same time. So if he played h3, now you will play your king to e6 to reach this pawn. He must use his king to attack it, and you play your king to d7. He will play h2, you will play c7. He promote to a queen, and you promote to a queen, and it will be a draw. But what if he moved his king first to attack your pawn instead of pushing your pawn? You have only one move again with white here. If you try to go for this pawn, now he will take it, and again you will not reach this pawn. And if you went for the black's pawn first, you will not never reach it. So the only trick, moving diagonally, going for this pawn and going for this pawn at the same time. Now if he pushed this pawn, you will not go for the black's pawn now because you will not reach it. Now you go for your pawn to promote to a queen here. If he played h2, you will play c7. He promotes to a queen, and you promote to a queen, and a draw. And if he didn't play h3 and he takes this pawn, now you will play your king to f4, h3 and king g3, h2, and you take the pawn and you draw here with white. And that's the only way to draw with white in this puzzle. I hope you enjoyed it. If you enjoyed it, like the video. If you want to watch the previous puzzle, click in the right. Thank you for watching.